Good evening, it's Brian at Fitzpatrick's Garage, Dublin Road, Kildare. This is the third time I've had to try this video because there is just rubbish coming out of my mouth for the last 2 attempts. So we're going to try this again. This car here is 2015, one owner from brand new. It is the facelift model of the Sport. So in 2015 you had two models in the Civic. There was a previous model that looked like the 13, 14, 15 shape, and then this one is the later part of 2015 from about April onwards. They got the much nicer front end when the Type R came out, so it had the nice daytime running lights and bigger, fatter bumpers. I'll go through all that stuff with you. Anyway, we are a garage in Kildare town. There is a Maxall garage just down here, there's Honda here, there's Hyundai here, and there's Mercedes further up the road, and then there's garages in Naas, Carlow and Tullamore. Family run business in operation for almost 70 years. The reason I'm saying that to you is if you're buying a car from a garage like this, you know there's going to be an after sale service, so your money is well spent because you know you have somewhere to go if you've got a problem. We are about 30 minutes south of Dublin, about 3 minutes from the Kildare Village shopping outlet off the M7. Anyway, let's have a look around this really nice car. As you were saying, nice condition, one owner from new. Let's have a look. So the car itself, as you were saying, newer version of 2015 Sport. The first thing I would say to you, if you're looking at 15 reg Civics, there'll be a bumper that's either very square across the front with long daytime running lights down in through here, or there'll be this kind of updated version. I like the reg actually, all the fours. So big fat front sections around the front fog lights, which also have chrome surrounds. Piano black style setup along the centre of the bumper. The daytime running lights, which are probably flickering in the video, are running all the way down up through here, and then after that they also act as a parking light in this case when the headlamps are switched on. Full light here, dip headlight in through there in a projector style. Front parking sensors are also standard. That engine is 1.6 with 120 horsepower and 300 newton meters of torque. So if you compare that to a lot of the 1.6s in this segment, this is one of the quicker ones off the line. And the other thing about it is it's got a massive 78 mile per gallon range, 78 mile per gallon ability in terms of fuel efficiency. Realistically speaking, most people are doing about 60 to 65 miles per gallon quite easily without trying to be economical. So that is where most people end up. But anyone that tries is into the 70 mile per gallon range, and that's not easy to do in a lot of cars. The other thing about it is they're a real nice, reliable vehicle as well. Well built throughout and nicely equipped. So we're going to keep looking around the car anyway. Road tax is €180 for the year. So if you're looking for a car that's economical, but you want something that's kind of fun as well, this is a great car to consider that way, because it's fun in terms of the amount of power it has and torque, but it's also extremely economical. As we move down the side of the car, if you look at the wing onto the two doors and the quarter panel, they're all in nice condition. And after that then this front wheel is in nice condition. And the nice thing about the 2015s in the later versions, they had these side mouldings which are protective, but they also look quite nice on the car as well. Round to the rear quarter panel on the car is in good condition. Rear bumper of the car is in good condition, as is the boot lid. And then moving down the side of the car, rear right hand quarter panel and two doors up to the front wing, all in very nice condition as well. So after that then, if we have a look at the car, the headlights are on at the moment, but they are automated. So what we can do is get out of the car, close the door, hit the lock button. So the headlights are automated, and the reason I'm saying that to you is if you walk away from your car and you're walking up towards your house, that car will basically light up the driveway, and it allows you to put your key in the front door of the house. They'll automatically turn off, so you can't flatten the battery. So, and when you come back out the next morning, or basically later that night, you can hit the unlock button, and the lights will come back on then after that. If you watch the windows, I can also control the windows from this key. So my windows are going down, or similarly I can lock, and if you watch the windows and also the wing mirrors have retracted, windows have retracted, so you can walk away from the car without having to go back and check everything to make sure it's all locked up. Once we open up the door of the car, the wing mirror comes back out. So after that then, we have just done a very comprehensive service in this car. So it's had its engine service as you would expect, and then we put 4 tyres on the car, and we've also put front brake pads and also rear brake pads in the car. So whoever buys the car does not have to spend money on servicing for quite some time. So it's had a real good service overall. Car has travelled just about 65 or so thousand kilometres. Great thing about them is no timing belt in the future. So again, that's keeping along the theme of frugality and easy running costs. If you look at the boot of the car, it is nice condition all the way around. And then under here you have more storage, or we can put a spare wheel in through there as well if you want. This is just for closing down the boot. Rear parking sensors are standard, and then on this model of Civic we had nice LED taillights. There was a big black diffuser along the back. The rear window is tinted here and here, so it stops any dazzle basically coming up behind you, and it looks quite nice as well, and the black section along here, so it all goes together very well. Just in case you're wondering, as we were saying, this is one of the easiest cars to run in the segment. This here is to deflect air off the quarter panel in the most efficient way possible, and even if you look down underneath the car, they're all nice and flat underneath, and the reason for that is again airflow. So when I suppose we're talking about fuel efficiency, Honda have gone to unbelievable lengths to try and make that car fuel efficient, and it works, it actually does. Rear door handle is recessed up through here. You have nice right angled doors, so for getting in and out of the car. So if you look through here, you've got three point safety belts, 3 head restraints. I've got Isofix over here, I've got Isofix over there, I've got an armrest in the centre, and after that then I've got child locks and stuff like that back here as well. If we look down through the floors, they're in nice condition throughout, and then if we open up the seat, so that is a tall mode, so if you have anything awkward you want to put in the car, you can do that. Or similarly then, if you want, you can drop this down forward, and what happens there is we can get a similar amount of storage. We can do it on both sides, I'm just doing it in the one side for demonstration, but you can get the area that's close to like I suppose a small commercial vehicle, kangaroo pocket over there, and as we move up forward then we have 4 electric windows with electric folding mirrors that we saw already, and they're heated as well. Down through here we've parking sensors front and rear, traction control and height of the lights in through the centre of the car. So as we were saying, this is the facelift version of Honda Civic. So if we start the car up, the first thing you notice when you get into this generation is you got a big screen in the centre. While that's loading up, over here on later 15 models like this, you have the 2 USBs, so passenger and driver can use it. These are forks for my dinner, which I'm going to have after this. Over here we have drinks holders. There is 6 forward gears with a leather gear knob, and there's a leather steering wheel as well. Speedos in through here. 2 blue lights change to green if you're driving economically, and they relate to the econ function, which also reduces how aggressive the cruise control or how aggressive the air conditioner is as well. If I use this iMid function, it's changing information up here like average speed, fuel efficiency, how much fuel I've left in the car. Radio information can be in through there as well. I've got revolution counter through here. Fuel in there, and temperature in through here as well. Cruise control with a speed limiter down through there. I've got Bluetooth if I want to use that up through here. Volume controls for radio and CD and all that kind of stuff. Sorry, not radio and CD, radio and USB in through here. And as we were saying then, this is facelift model with Honda Connect. So Honda Connect is going to be things like, first of all, we saw front and rear park sensors, but we've also got a big rear view camera with dynamic guides in through there, as well as a move the steering wheel, and then we have touch and swipe. So you got phone, general audio kind of setup, general settings, trip information, AHA, which is internet radio, and then you've got Android functionality like a browser for internet, and calculators and calendars and all that stuff. So like a mobile phone basically, just needs to use the data from your phone if you're going to use it, that's all. Safety wise, we have driver's airbag, we have passenger airbag over along through here. There's a curtain one up high, there is a side of both seats, and then there's steel bars in all these doors for side impact protection, and there is also vehicle stability control, and also anti-lock brakes, emergency brake distribution. The whole idea is basically if you slam on the brakes, you got full steering, you can still control the car while you're slammed on the brakes, and then if the rear end of the car gets out of shape, it's trying to keep you in a straight line. I don't know why I'm struggling to talk today. Anyway, just to give you an idea, as you're saying, this car is economical, absolutely, 100%, but it's fun. Like, I am absolutely, there's been so many diesel cars for the last few years. Petrol cars almost disappeared. It's only the last year or two they've started coming back in, fair enough. But so many diesel cars over the last few years, they're grand, but they're fairly bland to drive. Whereas these ones, this is the first one that came in where you're going, this is actually a bit of crack to drive at home in the evenings. It's fun, but it's seriously economical. But just to show you the acceleration. So just to give you an idea in terms of acceleration, we're starting to start off in first gear, so okay, I know we're moving a little bit, but I'm just going to floor it from here, and it's easy driving on the car. First gear, second gear, into third. I'm not killing the car or anything like that, it's well able for it. Similarly, again, in a more real world kind of setup, if you take off, say, okay, you know, you don't normally do that, but into second gear, say for example, so I'm in second now, trying to just get an angle here where you can see the speedo, and it's easier to see when you're sitting back from the car. So if I floor the car now, see how quickly it picks up in second gear and third, and there's no lag at all. It just keeps going. So the whole idea is basically the car is fun and also economical as well. So basically that's pretty much it. We will put a 12-month warranty on this car. It will come with 12 months roadside assist. The car, as you're saying, has just got a comprehensive service, including things like tyres and brakes, and then the engine servicing as well. We can do finance on this car. We deal with all the major lenders. We can take any car you have as a trade-in overall. Anything at all, no problem. If you want a general idea of what your car is worth before you travel, just give me a shout, 0868431945. And that's pretty much it. So I suppose if you're familiar with Honda Civics, and you're looking for a 2015 or a facelift Honda Civic diesel, this is definitely worth considering overall. And then after that, if you are not familiar with Civics and you want basically a car that's actually something that's a bit different, right? That's not everywhere like a Golf or a Focus or something like that. So something that looks a little bit different. Something that is fun to drive, something that's really economical, something that's well equipped, something that's reliable, something that's worth a few quid at the end. They're kind of the things that people seem to like as far as I can see. So this is definitely worth considering. So, thanks for taking time to watch. Hopefully this car is of interest. Brian's my name, and look forward to talking to you if this car is of interest to you.